Sir, I'm picking up something on the satellite. Give me a sec, I'm gonna tune it. Sir, I'm having a little interference. I'm checking it out right now. Hold on. I think we found them. Here we go.
You are listening to Wide Range Media Podcast.
Welcome, everyone, to a new episode of Wide Range Media live on YouTube. I'm your host, Alex Figueroa, and my co-hosts are...
I'm Pablo.
And this is Ralph Perez from Strange Planet. How are you?
And this is the first time you watching us or watching the replay. Thank you for coming. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the episode, and share it amongst all your friends and family and grandmas and grandpas.
And your bosses. Imagine your great-grandma just enjoying an episode of this.
Yes, her too. Bosses, jobs, everything. But anyway, you can all watch even previous episodes of Wide Range Media on widerangemediaproductions.com. So let's get right into announcements.
This week on announcements.
All right, so over the weekend, we recorded 2 videos. One was a review video that me and Pablo did on Clutch Baseball. That's right. We did a review on the baseball game that came out last year, but we got our hands on it when it came out, but we didn't get to play much because we started doing the whole YouTube thing and the podcasting. But we got time to play. And let me tell you, it's a fun game, but the video will drop next week on it. Pablo, you want to say anything on it?
No, I'm just looking forward to the video when it finally gets done.
Yes. You talk smack because all you did was a little. Anyway, yes.
he's still upset that he lost, Pablo. Don't worry about it.
I know, that's okay.
No, yeah, but anyway, Clutch Baseball, that's right. It's on, I guess you could buy it online, right? At clutchmoment.com. You can pick up the game. New set comes out in April of this year. So a few months from now. And also, we have also this hat that I'm wearing. Everyone's like, oh, you wear a lot of hats. I do. So a friend of mine started a company. So it's New York Hardcore. So this is a prototype. So I don't know. So if you guys want this hat, just email us at widerangemediapodcast@gmail.com. You guys got any announcements before we go on to the show?
No, just a lot to talk about today.
Yes, there's a lot of news. And also, one more video we did before we go right into the thing is we recorded a reaction video watching Jaws 3D. That's right. We watched Jaws in 3D. And my God.
They didn't really in 3D.
Huh? No, not in 3D, but yes, it was fun times doing
it was I couldn't believe it. I've only seen pieces of it in the past. I've never seen the whole thing until then. So it should be quite a watch.
Yeah, so next week we're gonna have 2 new videos dropping on the website and on YouTube Live. So hope you get to see that. Now let's get into
This week on Discussions at the Movies.
So Pablo, you lead us off with the discussion.
Here's an article from movieweb.com. And it reads that Mark Hamill likes the idea of playing Dr. Octopus in the MCU.
Ooh, but wait, before we enter that, I'd like to say hello to everyone in the live chat, Jose, Jamel, and everyone else.
And
now,
me.
and Pablo. And also, no, but hi to everyone live with us, joining us.
Yes.
Now let's get into your thing. So now just replay it again for people that are joining.
I found this article on MovieWeb. Like that. That's what you want me to do? Just do it again?
Do it again. That's right.
All right. Mark Hamill likes the idea of playing Dr. Octopus in the MCU.
All right. So it's very interesting because Mark Hamill played a lot of villains in his career.
And he's known, he's best known as
my favorite Joker ever.
And many people's favorite Joker.
He is the best animated Joker voice ever. Because I can't say the Joker because he never played the actual physical, but in animated, he is the legendary voice. Him and Kevin Conroy as Batman. Mm-hmm. Those two are the golden voices of the Batman animated series and forever. But yes, he played that. He played 2 characters on the Flash new TV show and the Flash in the old TV show from the 90s. He played villains. So that was another thing. And he played Wolverine in a video game. I know he lended his voice as Wolverine.
He's a good voice actor.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, in terms of Doc Ock, you know, it's funny. I could see him play it as long as he doesn't do the Joker voice. I'm good with it. That's the only thing I'm afraid of, because when he did the new Flash TV show and he appeared, he started sounding like the Joker. I was like, oh Lord, it's kind of hard. it's kind of hard for him to I guess get away from that voice as a villain.
And if anything, if Last Jedi showed us that he can, I mean, Mark Hamill, if we look at his career, his movie career, I mean, outside of Star Wars, there aren't too many movies you can think of right off the bat that he was a part of.
I can mention one.
Well, I'm sure there's a few, but I'm not talking about I'm talking about he didn't really have a long-lasting career as a movie actor.
Who?
What movie are you thinking of, Ralph?
I'm thinking of the John Carpenter remake of Village of the Damned. It came out in the early mid-90s, somewhere around there. He played like a priest or something.
Was he the lead?
Yeah. No. He was he played a small part, but the kids in the Village of the Damned made good, quick use of him.
But that's my point. We've seen cameos of him or maybe some bit roles, but we've never really seen him, at least lately.
Which guy is this?
No, I'm talking about Mark Hamill.
Okay, yeah, he's never. Yeah.
I mean, when I remember when Star Wars first came out, I remember seeing the next movie that he was in, Corvette Summer Corvette.
Yes. I saw the commercial for that. You went to see that?
Yeah, I saw that in the movie theater. Yeah. It was terrible. And I was a kid, so as a kid, you love everything you see. Just the experience of going to the movies, you love anything. But I remember as a kid saying, "This movie's not that good."
Even in Pablo's younger years, he had that tenacity to critique.
And what else? I remember I saw him in I think it was a Showtime original movie, which was, I forget the name of it. It was like all these short horror movies, kind of like a Tales from the Dark Side type thing. I'm trying to think what's the name of it? I think it's Body Bags. Remember Body Bags?
Yeah, I remember Body Bags.
That was awesome.
Remember the one with the guy who wants
the long hair,
take out his eyes because the scripture says if Rob,
better to take your eye out and throw it into hell. That line,
something like that. Yeah. So so he plays. I forget. It was a long time, but all I remember that he was in it, and he's trying to literally rip out his eyes because he's either committing crimes and things like that. But I remember him in that. But that's about it. Nothing. I mean, Harrison Ford was the big breakout actor of the Star Wars franchise.
Yes.
But
Carrie Fisher had her handful of stuff too.
She did. But I think the point I'm trying to make after this, we went down a different path. I think Last Jedi showed us that Mark Hamill, he can act. And, he has some really good dramatic scenes in The Last Jedi, and he was excellent. I mean, everyone says, regardless whether you hated Last Jedi or you loved The Last Jedi, both sides agree that Mark Hamill was amazing in The Last Jedi. Of
course, absolutely.
So no maybe this is his
breakout
comeback. Yeah, his comeback. And if he lands, let's say in the next Spider-Man movie, he lands the role of Dr. Octopus, that'll be great, man. So I'm really happy for him because I mean, many people say he's a really nice guy, really down to earth, and so
I think that's what it comes down to. And I think he's one of those fan free, like Michael Keaton type of guy. Like he loves the fans. But he was a great vulture.
Yeah, so, and he's having a comeback career. I mean, it started with the Birdman. What was that movie that he was in?
The Birdman.
Yeah, and that kind of
catapulted his comeback.
So so maybe Mark Hamill, this is it for him. So
I hope so.
I hope so too. And I would love
he deserves it.
I would love to see him as Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, never know. Ralph, you got anything on the Obi-Wan Kenobi trail?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, just a couple of days ago,
Reporter.
the Hollywood Reporter. I'm sorry, man. The Hollywood Reporter weighed in on a possible Obi-Wan Kenobi film. Now, this has been a rumor going on in the internet for months already, even before The Last Jedi came out. And the idea is that you know how we have Rogue One, right, as an offshoot prequel, as well as the Solo movie that's coming out later this year as a prequel of sorts. We're talking now about Obi-Wan Kenobi, I guess a prequel, pretty much about his story. Now, what does that mean? Right? People just no, it would be it would be Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
It would be him. It would be because no matter what and just like we said it about Luke, no matter what you think about the Star Wars prequels, episode 1, 2, and 3, everybody is unanimous in saying that Ewan McGregor played an awesome
He was the
younger
best part of
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well,
yes,
he was the best casted as a role.
yeah,
Like, he fit
absolutely.
everything. Yeah.
So the idea is, well, are they going to call him back? You know, I mean, for those of you who didn't know, and some of you do know, and maybe some people don't, J.J. Abrams actually had Ewan McGregor come in real quick into the studio to do a voiceover in that scene with the Rey's vision in The Force Awakens, the part when she had the vision of everything that's going on her as a little girl, and then she sees Kylo Ren in the rain and all that, and then when she snaps out of it and she falls on the ground before Maz Kanata engages her, you hear these words: "These are your first steps." That's Ewan McGregor as Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi reaching out to her, telling her something. And that was awesome, I thought. And the idea that he would actually come back to reprise the role that he played 13 years ago. Remember, episode 3 was released almost 13 years ago now at this point. It came out in 2005. So now he's 13 years older, and people are like, well, is he going to really play it? The Hollywood Reporter quotes him as saying, and I quote, "There's a lot of talk, and I'd be happy to play him again, but I don't know anything more," which he told reporters backstage at Sunday's Golden Globes, where he won honor in FX's Fargo.
Mm-hmm.
But he's long maintained that he'd be interested in a chance to reprise the role. Now, he's saying he doesn't know any more than anybody else does, but when you saw, you were looking at Obi-Wan Kenobi. He had the beard and the hair. I was like, why you got the beard though? Why you looking like that again? What are you trying to hide? Yeah, you gotta wonder that there's something actually in the works. In the works. And I believe that an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie will be awesome. There's actually a book that came out called Kenobi that I read in full. I don't know if it's canon or legends, but it depicts Obi-Wan Kenobi and his solitude on Tatooine and a couple of adventures he goes on Tatooine. Like, he engages with this community of people and his family, and he tries to help them out and all that kind of stuff. Now, that based on the book, most likely not. Would they go somewhere else with it? I hope so. You know, I would love to see Obi-Wan Kenobi have. I mean, he wasn't just sitting there for 19, 20 years on Tatooine twiddling his thumbs. Things must have happened to him, to his experience.
Well, Jamel said that it all depends on what era Obi-Wan Kenobi movie is based off, but he says pre-Phantom Menace or post-Episode 3. That'll be cool.
That's true.
It'll be pretty cool.
That's true.
If they go pre, because then they could establish more with the Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn and all those characters that everyone liked. So you could go.
Well, you know what it is. Well, you know what it is. You know what it is. If it's pre Episode 1, it probably wouldn't be Ewan McGregor playing him. It'll probably be a younger person. You know, like young.
In Episode 1, so
yeah, I know, but he was, you know, but he was younger then. That was like 1999. right? He's 46 years old now.
Yeah, but
So-
like Pablo likes to say with everybody, did you see the technology on Michael Douglas in Ant-Man? You could de-age him.
What?
Pablo says that to everybody. You could de-age him with the technology.
That's
now.
right. That's right. That's true. Heck,
Yeah.
you can bring back people from the dead. We saw that in Rogue One.
Yeah, get Count Dooku back.
I know, right? You get you could get a young
Dooku.
Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
I'll look at him and be like, Dracula from the Hammer films.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, finish.
Go ahead.
No, I mean,
Oh,
in terms
no,
of Obi-Wan Kenobi-ish, the whole thing, I think it would be a good choice if that's where Star Wars wants to go. I mean, right now, Star Wars is just printing money with any movie they come out with. Now, it all depends
Well,
on in the solo movie. If the solo movie doesn't do as well, then that's where I bet Disney's going to start, like, going, which one to go. You know what I mean? In terms of priorities.
I'm gonna trust that the solo film is gonna do well. I think it's gonna be good. Here's the thing, since for myself and a lot of other Star Wars fans out there, Episode 8 left a little bit of a bad taste in our mouths, just a little bit. Other people more, a lot of it. There's gonna be there's this kind of like moving forward. Let's move on, right? Let's move on. Okay, we're over. We got to get over this nonsense. Let's move on. And it is our hope as Star Wars fans that these offshoot prequels of sorts become kind of like our tourniquet in our wound from Episode 8. Like
Episode 8 wasn't that bad.
We're not getting into that. We already went through that.
But it's like you're like throwing more wound to a movie that wasn't even as bad.
I you know what? I have my thoughts about it. I have my feelings about it. I put it on the show on Strange Planet. I did it here with you guys. My point is that moving forward, I'd like to see Solo and the Obi-Wan Kenobi offshoot films and other movies too, to like really be spectacular and like really be like, wow, these are great movies. And it helps us even look forward to Episode 9. Let's tie it all up and put a nice bow on it. Is what I'm move on. Let's move on.
Yes. I'm gonna move on. Cause it's like, Lord Almighty. This is funny. Lord.
What?
Huh? Nothing.
What? What's funny?
Nothing's funny.
You're laughing.
I'm not even gonna go into it because it's like it's so weird and everybody's like, oh, Episode 8 is this horrible. It's like, was it 10 times better than Justice League? You damn right. I can see Last Jedi 100 times.
Look, Snoke is shaking his head right now, saying no, he's out.
Do you still buy?
He's half the man he used to be.
I just want to, before we go on to the next segment, I just want to say, are you one of those that still think Snoke is alive because him and Rey and Kylo Ren at the end did the whole mind thing?
I believe that. Look, there's got to be a freaking. I can't be so clear cut like that. Look, I believe that Snoke, if he was such a powerful dark side user, right? He was saying things right before that Anakin's lightsaber struck him and cut him in half. He said something right before that, and I made a video on that too. No,
I know, but
But do you hear what I'm saying?
It's
up to it's whether or not they will decide, the Disney people or Lucasfilm, whatever, will decide to make canon the whole concept of what's called essence transfer, which is a dark side practice. It has been around for years.
That would destroy the movie. Lore.
Why would it destroy the movie lore?
Because that whole essence thing is basically when they die, they transfer their consciousness to another host. If they do that, basically anybody could die and they could get regenerated by somebody else.
But you see,
it kills the whole.
But it wouldn't. But not anybody would do it. Only
but
very powerful dark side users.
It's just one of the. I don't know. I just think that's like how Pablo says with superhero movies that there's no end to like the superhero. Like there's no immortal thing like Superman. If it's no kryptonite, no one could beat Superman. Like how Pablo says, like if they come out with that specific force power, they should end it after 9 because then everybody's oh, bring back Darth Maul could have came back after getting cut in half into somebody else. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, those are big, powerful.
Well, I can imagine. You know, Snoke coming back on a skateboard, like sliding over.
No, I'm just saying is, I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't know. That's just a topic of a different situation.
It's
anyway,
just it's
Pablo
almost
don't even know what
insulting.
we're talking about with that force. He looks lost.
It's almost insulting to intelligence. You know, you build up this evil character, this big bad guy and stuff, and then to have him just wiped out that quick and easy and like nothing, like he didn't even have a chance. It was kind of like, did you just slap me in the face with your brain? Come on, I have a problem with that. You know, give me something more. You know, but whatever.
But
You know, we have to move over. We have to move on.
I'm just saying those are good movies when you could build a villain and kill him off. Because you know how many 007 villains that
They didn't
are awesome?
build. They didn't build him.
Exactly.
That's the
That
problem.
means he did his purpose in the movie. They got
He did
Kylo Ren.
nothing.
Exactly. They basically gave you Kylo Ren's master, and they showed you how Kylo Ren killed him. Just like Senator Palpatine or whatever you want to call him, Darth Vader killed him.
Did you say Palpatine?
Darth, the Emperor guy. You saw Darth Vader kill him. He killed his master. I'm just saying is they gave you the purpose of what he was supposed to do. But a lot of people are taking it to heart because, you know, they didn't know the mystery. I think that's good writing. But anyway, that's good.
I still have my Snoke. I still have my Snoke.
But anyway, next topic is the writers David S. Goyer and Damian Kinder said that the new TV show that's coming out on March 27th, Krypton, is going to be 7 to 8 years planned for the series. That means there's 8 seasons of the show.
Well,
I saw the preview.
Huh?
That's ambitious.
Very ambitious because you know, you guys saw the
got to
trailer,
make it past
right?
season 1.
Well, let's see. You guys saw the trailer, right? I saw the
Yes.
trailer. Anybody out there saw the trailer to Krypton sci-fi? It's about before it was Superman and Kal and his father and
200
everybody.
years before the birth of Superman.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It was like a prophecy. They're making it out like it's a prophecy. Like in the preview, if you see the preview, it's kind of like they're kind of telling them, well, in the future, your great grandson is gonna do
well,
this.
it looks
And I'm
like someone time traveled 100 years to tell his great grandfather that his grandson is going to be Superman because that guy had a hat like me, and he was like holding the Superman cape, which I was just like, look, I'm not. First of all, I'm not watching the movie, the show. It didn't appeal.
You're
to me.
not?
I'm not too through. I wasn't too through with it. I was just like, whatever. I wasn't too big with the Superman anyway. With the character,
I'm shocked.
I am shocked too. I am. I thought that you would at least give it a chance.
I'm gonna give it a pilot. I'm not
It
gonna
does
say
look
no.
good. It looks good.
I'm not into the. I don't know. I bet
Alex. I bet you'll watch the pilot and then you'll go nuts and want to keep watching it.
No.
Don't say that. Never say no.
I know myself. It is. I know sooner or later they're gonna drop the ball on something, like some time travel bologna sandwich, and him and Superman are together.
But you watch Supergirl, don't you like Supergirl?
Because it ties to the Arrow universe. Because it ties to Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. That's the only reason why I'm watching those.
Mm-hmm.
This is tied to nothing unless they tying into the movies, which we already know is getting rebooted. So, like, why would I care?
And you like Gotham too. I thought this was kind of like a take on, like, you know.
Well, Gotham also might get into the they're gonna try to tie it to CW. So that's awesome if Bruce Wayne goes to Starling City.
But you liked it before you knew that. Like, you were a fan of Gotham.
Oh no, I like Gotham. I like it a lot. I mean,
this reminds me a lot of like that with Superman. So I thought you would have been interested in that. So I'm surprised.
Well, the only reason why the reason why I like Gotham is because, well, first of all, Gotham is not as good. Now it's getting a little bit better. But the reason why I like Gotham is because it takes place with Jim Gordon. It's nothing about Batman. I mean, they just keep throwing Batman in to get people, but they show a little bit of Bruce Wayne. This one is 100 years into who gives a crap? I don't care about his grandfather. Has nothing to do with Superman. Like
it's
that's the
but
thing I
it
don't care about.
but it's building the story around
His
planet
grandfather.
Krypton. But about the world of Krypton, just like the city of Gotham. It deals with that. Like that's
Yeah,
really
but does the city of Gotham gets blown up?
no, but the city of Gotham has a history. It's like its own character in a sense. Where
No, I
Krypton-
understand. It's a planet that gets blown up, so I really don't care
But it's
the
more
100
than
years.
that. And I think Man of Steel, if anything, what Man of Steel did in the first 15, 20 minutes, it built that world that many people, including myself, said that's a world that I would like to for someone to explore more, because that was a really cool world that they built.
Yeah, but if you look at this Krypton to the one of Man of Steel, is not the same Krypton.
Mhm.
It's totally different. It wasn't flying bugs. I didn't see no flying bugs in that one where Russell Crowe was jumping on it from like stories. But I mean,
Okay.
we'll wait till March 27th.
Hey, do you think they'll also have
21st on Wednesday.
do you think they'll have also the ancestors of General Zod?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. That's too much. I just think it's just. I don't know. I just feel like it's. The minute I saw the time traveler guy talking about Superman, that left a little bad taste in my mouth. If it was a time traveler, because I hate time travel. That's the only thing I hate about the Flash, when they keep going back in time and changing everything. But anyway, that comes out Wednesday, March 21st on Sci-Fi Wednesday. That's right. Debuts Krypton.
Show you're not watching.
No, I said I'm watching the pilot.
When
But
is it?
after
This
that,
Friday?
That's the tagline.
Huh?
Krypton. I'm only watching the pilot.
I'm doing the one and done like Pablo. Don't talk smack, because you watch shows one pilot and you don't even give it nothing else. So I don't want to hear nothing from your direction about TV shows.
Hey, if Krypton is bad, if it's bad, I'm not going to watch it. I mean, a good series is a good series.
Mm-hmm. Is there other good series that you didn't give it a pilot out there? Ash versus Evil Dead, you saw one pilot, and after that, you was like,
that
Oh, that was a good
oh,
series.
did you watch it?
no, I didn't have Showtime at the time.
It's all right. I'm goofing with you. I'm just playing with you. But yes. But other than that, because we all write wide range media, the 25th anniversary of Raw comes out soon on January, I believe, 25th, 28th.
Has it been 25 years already?
Yep.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
You want to hear something funny about that?
What, you gonna be there?
No. I will tell you though that I was there in the beginning of Raw.
You
As
at
a
the
matter
first
of fact,
episode?
I was in the first few. I don't know about first, but definitely in the first under 10 episodes. As a matter of fact, if you go way back, and I have the DVD of Raw, WWE, WF at the time, Raw. In a few episodes, you see myself in the audience because it was at the Manhattan Center in Midtown Manhattan, a block away from Madison Square Garden, and so the venue was really little. So if the camera caught you. You saw yourself clear as day, and I was literally right there in front of the ring, not in the front row, like more like a little bit higher, maybe 10th row or 7th row, somewhere around there. Myself and Norman, my friend, you guys know Norman, and other people in the pad, on and off. I'll give you an episode. The episode, 2 episodes. One where Razor Ramon was beaten by what at the time he was called the 1-2-3 Kid. I don't know if he eventually became X-Pac.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, we know DX, bro.
You know who I'm talking about?
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
I know Xbox.
Yeah. No, you're quiet. That's why I want to make sure
We're
you.
trying to
we're
see the
listening.
story.
Yeah. So what it is that he went in there as kind of like a scrub, like, Razor Ramon's just gonna beat him, but he ended up beating Razor Ramon. And Norman was the one who started the 1-2-3 chant in that show, because when he got pinned, Razor Ramon was arguing with the ref. We didn't know it was 2. It was 2. And the referee was like, no, it was 3. And Norman next to me started chanting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And as a result, the whole place started chanting 1, 2, 3. Okay, and he became the 1, 2, 3 kid for a little while. And Norman to this day would say, you know what, the WWE owes me money.
Well, January 22nd on the network. The only thing I gotta confirm is Emma on the chat says it's gonna be 5 hours. If it's 5 hours, I don't care. They can keep that 5 hours.
No, but I think 2 or 3 of those hours is gonna be on USA, and then the rest is gonna be on the network.
Oh, then good.
There's an actual shot of Norman and I. The camera actually, the camera actually.
Ralph is still.
Are you still like?
Yeah, I'm remembering. Can I remember? I just want you to see it.
I
That's why
remember
I'm telling
when
you.
Sting was just a B.
Well, it's confirmed. These are the people that are confirmed for the night.
Norman.
No, the 1, 2, 3 chance. 1, 2, 3.
It was great. It was a great night.
This is confirmed from the Attitude Era. We got Stone Cold, of course. Shawn Michaels, of course. Triple H, he works there. Yeah, it makes no sense. The Undertaker, X-Pac. 1, 2, 3.
3. 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, they're gonna, if they show that segment, you're gonna see Norman and I. And
the New Age Outlaws.
No,
the APA. The Dudley Boys.
The APA.
Yeah, the Dudley Boys and the Godfather.
Oh.
You know, there's a lot of people that they could bring out, but I guess they don't want to.
Gilbert.
Yeah.
Jose Rosado said bring Gilbert.
Also, this is the awesome part. They're going to have Jim Ross and Jerry King Lawler doing commentator.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, no. That's great.
And from the WWC side, they're going to have Ric Flair, of course. They're going to have Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
WCW.
Yeah, they're going to bring no Hulk Hogan. They're not going to bring, what's my man, Jeff Jarrett?
Yo, I haven't even seen Hulk Hogan lately.
Oh, RoboCop. They should bring out RoboCop. Remember he was in WCW?
RoboCop.
And David Arquette. He was the champion.
That's right.
Oh my God.
They're going to have John Cena, of course, Brock Lesnar, the Bella Twins, and the Boogeyman. Now, in terms of the legends, they're going to have Eric Bischoff, Teddy Long, and Brother Love. He's still alive?
I love you.
I love you.
He actually worked behind the scenes a lot, but yeah.
If The Rock will be there.
$1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and Sergeant Slaughter, and they said many more. But if it's a 5-hour event, yeah.
5 hours?
Good. Yeah. Like, even with the network.
When is this again?
Wait, where were you, Ralph? I just said that 3 hours is going to be on USA Network, and the rest is going to be on the
network.
on the WWE Network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was.
So Monday Night Raw. Well,
Dag.
Monday Night Raw is 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
So they'll still have 3 hours on regular TV, and then the other 2 hours will probably either be a pre-show, maybe a 1 hour pre-show, and a 1 hour post-show on the network, something like that.
Imagine they start cutting promos. Stone Cold.
You think Dwayne Johnson's gonna be there?
Hell no, he got better things to do than be on the Raw.
Well,
he's doing he's doing promotions for Jumanji. I don't think he's gonna be at Raw. I mean, they would have been promoting it everywhere.
Maybe it's a well-kept secret and it will come out as a surprise and everybody will lose their minds.
At New York? I don't know. I mean,
I'm just saying.
It's huge already. I mean, maybe. We never know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the first 3 hours. Because other than that, I'm not watching it.
And then the rest is going to go into the network.
Into the pay-per-view, $10 a month. So, again, that's
all right.
January.
They can keep it. They can keep it.
That's January 22nd on Monday. So, now, this is the cool part of the show, ladies and gentlemen. When I said trailers reaction, I meant trailer reactions. I'm going to put on a link in the chat for Hellraiser Judgment. Now, if you're under the age of 17, I suggest you not watch it and then click. But if you are, guess what? That's up to you. I'm gonna put the link on it. We haven't watched the trailer yet.
Parents,
So
watch your kids.
That's right. So I'm gonna put the link now, and then we're gonna all watch it together.
You guys, you guys. We're gonna count to 3. Wait. Is it up?
Yeah, it's already up.
Okay, guys, everybody, where's the chat? Ready to click? Would that take them away from? Oh, I guess they can always go back. All right, let's count to 3. Ready?
All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, got the box.
Yeah.
Oh, and the chains. And now we need the pins.
We'll reclaim his dumb. Ooh.
The minion. Oh.
It's been a while.
Ooh.
Oh, it looks pretty good.
Yo.
The pinhead looks good.
Let's just dive in, shall we?
Pretty graphic.
Mulder and Scully.
Just curious. Let me see.
You think you're too close to this case?
Jesus Christ.
It's him.
What on earth is this place? It isn't.
Oh.
That looks like. Oh man.
Santa Maria, that looks good. Hey, that looks good.
Yo, that looks crazy.
That looks. It
That
looks
looks like that-
good. That looks actually good. It looks better than the other sequels.
that looks like it's crazy. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like it's not. It's different. It's different.
It looks honestly, dude. It looks really good. It looks like a really good trailer. If you like that type of movies, I know my wife is gonna now buy it because she's gonna love it. But it reminds me of a Saw / House of the Dead,
Right?
/ awesomeness.
It even there was a guy there that almost I didn't get a good look at him, but I thought for a second, hey, isn't that Texas Chainsaw Massacre dude? I swear, even because he had like an apron.
Well, you know
On,
what?
you know?
I give New was it Lionsgate? Was it
Lionsgate.
I give him a lot of credit. It looks like a really good trailer. It makes me want to watch it now. February,
Yeah.
comes out.
Yeah. It comes out in theaters or in Blu-ray.
No, it comes out on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital on February 13th. Now I know I'm going to
Question.
get my wife for her Valentine's Day gift. Hellraiser
Oh.
Judgment.
How romantic.
Very
God.
romantic.
Wait, but is that Doug Bradley again playing Pinhead, or is that some other guy?
I don't know. It looks the same guy.
No, Doug Bradley. Is that Doug Bradley? That's what I want to know. Let's find out.
So it says here the movie's written and directed by Gary J. Tunnicliffe, a longtime special effects on the series and a violent Hellraiser fan. Hellraiser Judgment concerns a trio of detectives in the hunt for a brutal serial killer, which is Pinhead. So it's like Saw. It looks good. Pablo's mad quiet.
Yeah, Pablo, what are your thoughts
shook
on
him.
this?
He's scared.
Will you be able to go to sleep tonight because they have many pleasures waiting for you?
Mucho pleasures.
Listen, I was never a fan of Hellraiser.
Oh,
Chicken crap.
Stop.
And all right, listen.
Good.
I was never a fan of the Hellraiser series. Never a fan. And the trailer, and also I'm not a big fan of the whole Saw series and those type of movies, like those torture horror movies. Not a fan of that. Watching this, that's the vibe I got.
Well, Hellraiser was the original of it.
That's why.
Well-
That's why I guess I never liked it. Right?
No, can I?
So-
Can I?
well,
can I?
well, hold on,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And so again, so when I saw this, so that's right there reminded me of the old Hellraiser. So for me, it didn't do anything for me. And then finally, knowing that it's actually going straight to DVD and not releasing in the movie theaters, that's
No, a lot of
That
people they're saying that a lot of movies am starting to go down that route
I don't know, man.
because the Chucky series was more successful selling DVDs and Blu-rays.
Yeah,
like,
but how are those movies?
Huh? I liked them. I mean, I'm just saying it's just that I have a feeling just because it goes straight to DVD doesn't mean that it's a horrible movie. It's just that they're not making it an open release thing. This looks better than half the crap that they came out with.
What do you mean half the crap they came out with?
This is the 9th movie in the series.
Oh, the other, you're right. The other Hellraiser
one
series
was
is
horrible.
it's probably going to be better. But if you compare it to other horror movies that have been coming out in movie theaters, I mean,
Yeah, but those are different genders. But other than that, this one looks to me it looks better than the Day of the Dead one.
well, yeah, Saw come out. Jigsaw.
That was a piece of crap, and this one was better.
Well,
like
we don't
I
know.
saw
We
that.
just saw a trailer. We don't know yet.
No, but I'm just saying I saw Jigsaw in the theater. Jigsaw was god awful compared to this trailer. I could watch this trailer 100 times compared to sitting down and see
Yeah,
Jigsaw.
but you can't compare a whole movie to a trailer. Wait until you watch the movie. and
I
then
tell you right
compare
now,
the-
you sit down through Jigsaw, you see this trailer, and you say this thing is like the best thing since sliced bread because Jigsaw was god awful. I don't know. You guys seen Jigsaw? Please leave me send a comment. See, look at that. Jigsaw was basura. That's from Jose. He watched it.
But but that's not the point I'm trying to make. You're right. I never saw Jigsaw in that.
No, I mean you're comparing it to the Blumhouse
But-
movies.
No, but you're
like the
comparing
Conjurings and-
a trailer to a movie.
Yeah, same thing with Star Wars. Star Wars come out, everyone loses their brains. I mean, you can't lose their brains on this movie. Star Wars come out, everyone's like, I'm in the theater the first day it comes out. Come on, you're like, I'm just saying.
No, it's just, that's comparing.
Emma's saying the same
obviously-
thing. The Infinity trailer was better than Batman versus Superman. So tell your daughter that. Go ahead,
You can't compare trailers to movies. That's what I'm saying. You can compare trailers to trailers and movies to movies, but you're comparing. It's like that's apples and oranges. You can't.
Well, like for me,
you could.
for me, I can't think of comparing Hellraiser to something like Saw. I see elements of Saw in it. Based, that trailer kind of gave me that sense. But to compare the two franchises is kind of weird because Hellraiser has a supernatural element to it, whereas Saw doesn't. It's more psychological.
I'm comparing the style,
The whole torture porn.
the whole
dude.
torture porn. That's what I'm comparing.
He's comparing it to.
Like Human Centipede, Hostel.
Yeah, you see it
Roth
there.
type movies
I'm not
that-
crazy about movies like that either. Like I may see it once and be traumatized and then move on.
And this gave me that vibe, that kind of style.
Oh, okay.
Whereas I don't know, let's say when the Halloween trailer drops, right?
Yeah.
The new one. It's not gonna be like this graphic and bloody. I guarantee you it's not gonna be as
Yeah,
bloody
but
and
again, okay, so then the minute that comes out, how much money do you want to bet that everyone comparing it to the first Halloween movie? Because everyone's going to say, they're going to be, oh, this is crap compared to the 1978 version of Halloween. I'm telling you, that's exactly what you guys are going to do. I know it for a fact. You guys are going to compare it to the 1978 movie.
What, the
Rob is going to
trailer?
do it.
The
Yeah.
trailer?
Yeah.
Didn't you just compare this Hellraiser trailer to
To what?
all the other 9 crap movies that came out of Hellraiser?
I never compared it. I said this is the best movie out of the whole thing, but off the trailer. I'm just saying, I'm not saying this is better than Hellraiser 1. I didn't compare it to one because it's not a reboot. It's a continuation of the 9th movie.
So all the Hellraiser except the first one. This one looks better.
But yes.
Okay.
If you sat down and watched all 9 of them, you'll go, oh yeah.
So if I see the new
Ralph,
Halloween
did you-
trailer and I say, "Oh, this is way better than anything Halloween has done except the first one," that's okay.
Huh? No. I'm saying it. No, you can compare it to whatever the hell you want. I'm just saying is out of sitting down watching all these 8 movies or whatever it is the best one, tied down, hands down. But I'm just saying is the minute they show the Halloween trailer, everyone's gonna compare it to the 1978 version. I mean, you can't tell me they don't. Just like Ghostbusters.
Well,
Ghostbusters was talking about everyone's comparing to the first movie, regardless if it was females or not.
I mean, you got to tie in certain kind of factors to that, depending on the movie.
Yeah, I mean, this movie looked good. I mean, it's
No, that's
exactly
fine.
what it
No,
is.
that's
It looks
perfect.
good.
That's
It looks good.
Now, do we know if it's going to be a good storyline? No, but did it sell the audience? Maybe people will go out and buy it.
No,
Maybe.
you're right. That's what a trailer's supposed to do. A trailer's
Yeah,
supposed
it
to
was-
get you amped up for the movie. And I think for Hellraiser fans, this trailer did that. That's
Yeah,
what's gonna
I
be a
mean,
good
not
buzz.
even.
I totally get that. My point is that to see this and then start comparing it to other movies and saying this is way better than, but we're not there yet. Let's wait until the movie comes out and then compare, the Hellraiser movie to the other movies. That's all I'm saying.
If this movie is worse than the one that he's in a dance club, and Ralph knows which one I'm talking about.
That's 3.
Everyone knows how horrible.
I think that was
Yeah.
3.
Yes, that was
Oh.
god awful. And he's like, that was like the worst of the worst.
If
And,
a new
uh-uh.
Jaws trailer drops,
Yeah, everyone's gonna compare it to one.
we can, but we can
Hands down.
say right now that it's definitely going to be way better than Jaws 3.
Which one? Jaws 3 and 4.
That's what I'm saying, right? Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I mean,
Right? Even though we
you
haven't
know
seen
that-
it yet.
I mean, there are certain films that when you have a sequel or a remake,
Yeah, throw-
you're gonna compare it. You can't help but compare.
Yeah.
You
You're
got a
gonna compare
point
it
of
to the first
reference already out
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? You got a point of reference. Halloween. I mean, we're talking about Halloween. We have a point of reference, and the stuff we've talked about regarding what we know about the making of that film when it comes out later on this year. Of course, we're gonna be like raving about that and kind of like swapping notes regarding the first film. I mean, it's just natural that's why we do what we do. That's why we're here talking.
No, I
That's
mean,
how
like
we
I said,
do it.
I have no problems with it. I mean, but I know for a fact when the Halloween trailer comes out, I know for a
Like
fact.
Star Wars, the Halloween.
No, when the Halloween trailer drops, I know for a fact everyone's gonna start dissecting scene by scene and comparing it to the first one.
Well, of course, that's the era we live
yeah.
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 in.
So,
We'll do the same thing.
huh? Oh, I mean, of course we're gonna do the same thing, but
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, saying a trailer is garbage before we see it. I mean, there's a lot of movies you could look at the trailer and say it was bad. The Mummy was horrible. That was god awful, and you saw 2 minutes of the trailer and you knew it was bad.
And
The one with Tom
opposite-
Cruise.
Huh?
Yeah.
The Tom Cruise.
Yeah, the one with Tom Cruise.
And the
Okay.
opposite is
Okay.
true, where a trailer looks amazing and then the movie is god awful.
Yeah. So
Transformers.
Transformers was one of those.
All those trailers, I mean, well, the
Yeah.
first 3, like, I'm like, oh my goodness, the trailers look amazing. And then the movie's like the worst thing ever.
I mean, yeah, but in terms of the topic or whatever, we could go into more trailers that was good and bad. But let's go into box office numbers. All right.
Sure.
So this week, Jumanji was number 1. Number 2 was Star Wars Last Jedi. Number 3, Insidious. Number 4, The Greatest Showman. And then number 5, Pitch Perfect 3. I don't know if everyone watched that. But Jumanji is actually doing pretty good in the box office. And not Star Wars. It's like back and forth with Star Wars. Worldwide is at 531 million. Domestically, 251. And foreign, 279.
That's Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Good for them. I heard they already working on a sequel.
Really?
Yeah.
It did that well, huh?
Yeah, it did pretty good. The Rock.
I haven't seen it. I meant
haven't
to
seen
see
it.
it, but
Yeah, you flaked on me.
at this
And
point, I'll just wait until it comes out in video.
When the movie's not that good, that's the line that everyone hits me with.
What?
It's like, I'll wait for it. But Last Jedi, 576 is about to hit 600 million.
Domestic.
Foreign, 646 million. Worldwide total of $1.2 billion in the box office.
Ka-ching.
Yeah. So that's
No matter what you think of it, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. That's way that's a lot of money. But that's this.
I mean,
week.
how long? I mean, how much more longer do you think that it will be in the theaters at this
Well,
point?
they already
We're approaching a month.
I think they said March is coming out on Blu-ray and DVD.
Oh, okay. Yeah. In spite of what I think, I'm buying it. I'm getting it. It's part of the whole thing now. So
Yeah.
I will keep my my fanship there, like, because that's what it is,
Yeah, ship 7 yeah, it says March or July. One of those numbers. I'll get the official numbers and I'll release it.
I think
once
maybe
get it.
July.
I think it'll be July 30 or something. I remember watching in those things. But
Pablo.
Go ahead.
Pablo Torres says, "Hey Alex, awesome hat. He likes your hat."
Thank you. Thank you for the hat. But yes, so let's get into our reviews that we saw this week. So one of the reviews, I'll go first. First thing I saw was Jumanji.
Ooh.
I saw Jumanji. I picked it up this week.
Oh,
the original Jumanji.
I was like, wait a minute. Then we just finished saying we didn't see it.
No. The original Jumanji. I saw the original
okay.
Jumanji with Robert Williams.
That's fine.
Oh, wait. Let's go into the chat. Jamel says Ralph needs to let it go. See, I'm not the only one thinking that.
I know. He's a big fan. He loved the movie.
I loved it too. But yes, Jumanji. I saw it. Dude, it's an awesome movie. I loved it. It's a classic. I always thought it was a classic movie. Jumanji. The restoration on this damn thing is really good. They cleaned up all the effects, so it doesn't even look as bad as the first time. So it was actually pretty good. Robert Williams did a great job on it. I saw Jumanji. I started to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I had to back it up a bit. So when I start watching it. And this season is actually pretty interesting. I kind of like it. I like the way they're going, the direction. I'm 4 episodes in, and I kind of like the direction they're going with them.
And it's directly tied to the Marvel films, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But I like the way the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are going. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's the final season. Disney hasn't confirmed yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And last but not least, Ralph showed me a video. He sent me a link. I think this is old, but I saw Darth Maul Apprentice. It's a fan film made about Darth Maul and being Senator the Emperor's Darth Sidious's apprentice. Right. It was pretty cool. It was very well made. I thought the storyline was pretty cool for a 17-minute movie. It was sweet, short. I liked it was a training to see if he passes, and he did. I thought it was pretty cool. It reminded me of a cartoon.
You know what I liked about it? I liked the whole idea of that you saw Darth Maul at a place at a certain point before the prequels, before Episode 1. Mm-hmm. This obviously took place. Now, what was interesting is that if you go into the Star Wars lore of it all, the Sith were in hiding for 1,000 years, have been in hiding for 1,000 years. They finally revealed themselves in Episode 1. So there was a danger of him being found out by the Jedi because those particular Jedi discovered him. And that's when the whole fighting ensued. Great lightsaber battles, by the way. The lightsaber fights were amazing.
Yeah, they were good. They were really good.
But by Darth Maul eventually getting through that situation, it had to preserve the secrecy of the Sith until episode 1. And I don't know if you caught that, because I think there was a point where he actually had to like double guess himself. And then the Emperor had to like kind of like wake him up again. Or Darth Sidious. He wasn't Emperor yet. He was still, but you know where I'm going.
No. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. I thought the whole storyline of the whole movie, I thought it was an actual cool side story thing. I was like, it was a pretty cool movie. Again, it's a fan film. It's on YouTube. Check it out. It's Darth Maul Apprentice. I bet it's old, but if you haven't watched it, it's pretty cool. So Pablo, go. I mean, I saw X-Files, but I don't even want to talk about it. I really don't.
Wait a minute. That was this past Friday, right?
Last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday.
Yeah.
Did you talk about it last Wednesday?
No, I didn't talk about it. I don't even know if I want to get into it. It's just
why not?
It's just something I just don't want to talk about.
Alex,
they just did something that something that it just makes me not want to even watch today's episode. I mean, I know they're doing the whole parallel universe thing because that's what they're trying to sell on people. Backlash, okay. But I'm just like, it is what it is. But go ahead, Pablo. Do your thing.
All right. This week I saw a new Netflix series. It's actually a documentary. It's called The Toys That Made Us.
Oh, okay.
And the first episode was on Star Wars. And it was a look at the action figures and other toys that are based on, Star Wars, and how they became iconic and popular as the films themselves. And so it was 40 minutes long, 46 minutes. And it was interesting. It was very nostalgic because a lot of those toys I grew up playing with. So when they showed the Millennium Falcon, I got really all excited because that was one of the toys that my mom bought me at the time, the Millennium Falcon. And that thing was huge. And I played with that thing to death. It was like one of the highlights of my childhood, playing with the Millennium Falcon. And I had all these Star Wars action figures and everything. So it was in that sense, I had a good time watching this. Overall, as far as the documentary itself, it was okay. It's only 40 something minutes, so it's passable. I recommend it only if you grew up playing with the toys. But as far as just a strict documentary, it really doesn't offer much other than what we've seen before. And at the very end, though, they kind of finish it saying that they kind of go back to where, because if you know a little bit about the action figures, it was by a small company called Kenner. At the time, it was a small company, based out in Cincinnati, in Ohio. So at the very end, they take all the original artists and toy designers, they take them back to that building where they created all the toys and everything. And now it's abandoned. Not the building's abandoned, but like it's not rented out. And they're saying, oh, here was my office and all that. So kind of like to finish it off, I thought that was pretty cool. And then at the very end, it finishes and then it says, George Lucas refused to be interviewed for this documentary. And it was like out of left field. It felt like a dig, like
why bother mentioning him?
Yeah, there was no reason to mention it because it didn't really center about George Lucas. I mean, they mentioned him and how he was involved at the beginning and how he wanted this, but it wasn't nothing controversial.
So the sense
yeah, like usually a documentary where it's like there's a controversy and they're talking about someone and they refuse to come, to for an interview or something, then you would mention it. But to kind of mention it out of left field, like there was no point. And to me, it felt like it was like,
it was a malicious jab. Like they wanted to be jerks about it.
And it was uncalled for. And to finish it off with that really turned me off. That I don't know if I'm going to go and finish it because some of the other episodes, like at first I was excited to watch, like they're going to do one on G.I. Joe, which is another toy line that I grew up playing with. He-Man, not so much. by that time I was already older. When He-Man came around, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go back and finish the series. So I don't know. So
All right. You know.
yeah, do I recommend?
I saw it.
I don't know. Oh, you did see it.
And I saw it. And I had that Millennium Falcon. You know how hard it was to carry that thing?
That
It was
thing is
huge. It was half my size, and I'm trying to run throughout the apartment, pretending to fly the dang thing. It's not easy to carry.
Yeah.
Well, they they redid it now. It's like $500.
Oh, they made so many different versions of it.
Oh, forget about it. Yeah.
No, I think they reissued the same one.
But I had the Empire Strikes Back one.
Right.
Yeah,
that's the one I had.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
Yeah. That you could put the action figures inside, and
yep.
And then the top came off.
The back half came off, and
yeah. Then you could put Luke in the little gunner position to and
the cockpit opens, and you can put two figures there. Yeah, so yeah.
You know what's fun? I'm thinking when they called George Lucas for it, like, what was his answer? Because if I was him, I would have been like, I sold this stupid thing. Like, why? Like, I'm enjoying. Yeah, like, why do I want to come in and talk about this damn thing? Don't to Disney. They own the rights to it. Like,
you lose. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like, they just.
You lose. Good day, sir.
Like, I mean, I kind of understand it from their point. I mean, from George Lucas' point of view, like, what's the like? Who cares? Like, it was his vision. Yes, maybe he greenlighted certain things, but he's not a toy maker for him to sit down and talk about the action figures.
No, but he was involved in the beginning.
Yeah, but I think he has better. I mean, maybe he has better things to do than
which you're right. You're right. But just that thing at the very end.
Yeah, the whole disclosure.
There was no reason to put that at the very end that he refused an interview. No, I mean, you know, you could say the same about Kathleen Kennedy. I mean, she was involved too back then. You could say the same thing about George Lucas. He was a part of that as well. Too. Like it was just odd, and I think it was a little uncalled for.
You know. Anyway, Ralph, what do you got?
I've been watching some stuff on Netflix too, and I'm telling you, Netflix is becoming this big thing. And I started watching a series, and it's not on. I don't think it's not a Netflix thing. It was actually based on another channel, called The Last Kingdom.
Okay,
are you familiar?
No,
it's about it's a whole Viking story, you know, Middle Ages kind of thing. And I started watching it, and you know what? I like it. You know, it's setting is somewhere in Norway or something. And a boy is taken by a group of Vikings after they totally ravaged and destroyed his family and his town, and he kind of grows up and becomes one of them. And then they go through their thing, and now the adventure begins. I just started watching it, so I haven't finished it. But from what I'm sensing, it's a good watch if you're into that whole Viking with the swords and we must slaughter, you know, and all that stuff. If you're into that, go watch The Last Kingdom. It's on Netflix.
On the live chat, my brother just said The Last Kingdom is great.
Wait, that's Silvio?
Yeah.
Oh,
Silvio actually was the one who suggested it to me last time, and I listened. I said, you know what, let me start watching it. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I like it.
Well, also, Silvio, before cutting you off, Silvio said in the chat that The Marvelous Miss Marcel on Amazon Prime is very funny, well acted, nicely shot. And did I already say funny? Great season 1, only 8 episodes, Golden Globe winner for the best television series.
Oh, we haven't spoken about the Golden Globes, have we?
No.
I thought we were going to talk about that.
We will. Just finish your thing and we'll
we'll
talk a little bit about it.
The other thing I watched was a couple of episodes of Black Mirror, which is on Netflix. I don't like the. I watched the first one, and then I watched the third one, and I didn't like either of them.
Wow. Okay.
I thought I was like the third one was weird about the whole thing about the chip in your head that that you can record your whole everyday life experience. It's basically okay. You know how like nowadays with with cell phones and everything. Like for instance, in the case of a couple, say, we're on TV, on video or whatever, of a girl looking at her boyfriend's phone to see if he's been like chatting with some other girl, because she's all insecure and stuff like that. Now imagine if this is in this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that episode depicted. I just did not. The idea was interesting, but it was not executed well, in my opinion. I didn't think it was expressed the right way. And it kind of ended with kind of like in the air, like it left you like, okay, now what?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know, because the whole point of Black Mirror is it's kind of like the Twilight Zone. It's every episode is its own story, it's its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode was kind of the same thing regarding the British ambassador and what he had to do to have a heir to the Queen of England, to the throne of England, be released from her kidnappers, this ransom thing. It was, first of all, very out there, very tasteless, and it made you think of the point where, okay, when does enough is enough? And that what I did like about that particular episode is that even the people that were watching this whole thing happen on the news, if you watch the episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. Even they had to stop and say, what are we doing? What are we looking at here?
Mm-hmm.
So it does kind of like give that kind of thought. And to me, it was a better episode to watch than the second one. I'm sorry, the third one. I didn't see the second one. I guess I should just keep trying to watch. I should try to keep watching a few more of those. And, maybe I'll come across one I really like, but I don't know yet.
I thought the first one was great. I had no problems with it. I thought it was
no problem.
No, I had no problems with it because honestly, if that situation happened in real life, everyone would have did the same thing. I tell you right now, people would have watched it.
You're right. You're right about that. And that's
honestly, yeah, that's the whole point of the episode. Yeah, like people will really sit down and watch it.
Technology has done that, and people will do this if that type of technology existed. I mean, I mean, if I can go to someone's phone, which is recorded everything that they've seen, I mean, that's what this is. It's a commentary on technology today. And it makes you have a conversation and makes you question, would you go this far to do certain things because the technology lets you do it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first episode hit that exactly what this world would do if that happened. So, other than that, the Golden Globes, the 75-year anniversary Golden Globes was this week. I didn't get to see it because I'm not too big on awards. I'm not that big on award shows. Yeah, it's just dumb because if I'm not getting the award, why am I sitting down watching other people get it? So that's the way I see it. Like, it's just dumb.
So what is it about it, Alex, today? That what's so special about this one?
Well, I just said it because Coco won for the best motion picture as an animated. So I was happy for that.
Really?
Yes, it won.
All right.
A Golden Globe. I was happy for it. But other than that, looking through this list, I really could care less because I'm not watching none of these movies.
Oh, I'm definitely want to see many of those movies that are on that list.
I could save my time cutting wood.
Dag.
I'm that evil. I mean, the one with the billboards.
Yeah, I want to see that.
They won for best motion picture drama.
I definitely want to see that.
Lady Bird won musical or comedy.
I want to see that.
Frances McDormand, she won for the Billboards movie.
Yep.
Gary Oldman won for The Darkest Hour.
I want to see that too.
Yeah, I want to see that also. I like movies about World War II. Something about them are pretty intriguing.
Let's see. James Franco won for The Disaster Artist.
I want to see that too.
Half of these I will have pillows and drooling. Because that's exactly what I would be doing. Let's see. Allison Janney for Ayatoya. You're gonna see that too?
I, Tonya.
Tonya, you gonna watch that too?
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. I mean, we grew up in the whole Tonya Harding.
Hey, Why do I want to see
Scandal. Because it was something. It was part of our culture when we grew up. Just like the O.J. Simpson thing. I mean,
I didn't watch that either.
That was very good. The People versus O.J. That was very, very good. And I spoke about that.
Yeah, no, you did.
Yeah,
my wife saw it too.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see I, Tonya.
Let's see. Sam Rockwell won for the 3 Billboards. Oh, Guillermo del Toro won Best Director in a Motion Picture for Shape of Water.
I don't know. See, at first, that movie did not interest me at all, but I'm curious. It piqued my interest.
When I first saw it, I thought they did a remake of The Creature from the Black Lagoon. I swear it looks just like it. But I know it's not that. It's something else.
His speech was really good, though. Guillermo del Toro's acceptance speech was really good.
Oh, yeah?
Very, very inspiring.
Another actor won for the 3 Billboards. It looks like Billboards won the whole night.
Was it 3 Billboards outside of Missouri, something like that? I forget the.
Yeah, Ebony, Ebbing. Coco won again for animated. In the Fade is a German France film, best motion picture. Shape of the Water won for the best original score. I think Hans Zimmerman should have won for Dunkirk. That was a good score. Now, best original song in a motion picture went to The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, Coco lost.
Coco, Remember Me. I thought that was a good song. Remember me.
He remembers the words.
Yeah,
well, both of them.
No, my song was Juanita. That was my song.
Mine's Un Poco Loco.
That's yeah. Yo soy poco loco. That was a good one. Ferdinand Home. Best TV series. Game of Thrones. Stranger Things. This Is Us. The Crown. But Handmaid's Tale won.
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale. Everyone's talking about it. I haven't seen it. It's on Hulu.
It beat out Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know.
Like, whoa. Best television show. All right, so Miss Marcel won for comedy. I'm not going to go through this whole thing because I think I'm almost done, but Nicole Kidman won. Ewan McGregor won.
That was a really good series. Did you see that one? Little Big Lies or Big Little Lies, whatever, something like that.
Wait, you asking me if I saw that? What was it about?
It was on HBO. It was an HBO series that Nicole Kidman was in, Renee Witherspoon was in it. All right, the general from Last Jedi, I forget her name. Something Dunn. I forget her name. She's in it also. That was a really good series. That was very, very good.
What was it about?
It's about it takes place in like this small community that's mostly like a rich community, and there's a murder that happens, but it does it in flashbacks, and it leads up to Laura Dern. Thank you, my brother said Laura Dern.
He's not here, and he's still correcting you.
I know.
I know, right? He doesn't even have to be present.
He's not even here. He's giving you facts.
And so that's what it's about. It's about like this murder, and throughout the whole series, you try to figure out who committed the murder, because it does it in flashbacks, and then you get to start seeing like how people have secrets in this small community. It's really good. It's a really, really good HBO series.
Yeah, I don't think I would have said no with that. I would have not.
That's
even.
Fine. That's cool.
No. I know I would have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have flashbacks. No worky for me. I hate flashbacks. But unless it works for the movie or thing, if it's a flashback, but if the whole damn thing is flashbacks and then they present time flashbacks like Jigsaw, I'm not with that. I'm just like, throw this thing in the garbage. But so people are asking me, oh yes, my brother texted me. He said the Oscars. So I do watch the Oscars a little bit, but I'm not too big on the Oscars. I don't know. I just feel like it's movies that I mean, I understand people are like, if it was, big budget movies making the Oscars, then it will always be superhero movies, Star Wars, and ongoing, winning awards. But I would like to know, how do they critique these movies? Because some of these movies, if you sit down, some of them might be bad, some of them might be good, but I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I think the Emmys are good, but I heard from a lot of things I was reading that a lot of people felt like it was a funeral because everyone was wearing black. So,
there's a reason for that.
No, I know it was a reason why,
they
but
have that thing going on right now.
Right, but a lot of people said it took away from the awards.
You think so?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't watch it. So, maybe it does. Maybe we'll find out when the Oscars happen.
The little that I saw with it, it didn't really, change anything. All I know is that when I saw Ewan McGregor there, I was like, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's got the beard. That's it. That's all I care about.
Are you interested in the new Oscars this year? 2018 Oscars?
Yeah,
no.
I watch it every year.
Rob said, nope.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, that's Sunday. I'd rather do something else than watch rich people go, the award goes to you. Hey, and they throw it into the garbage.
I would like to accept.
And the best movie goes to we had dinner last week at an expensive restaurant.
I'd like to accept this award. I would like to thank the Academy.
And it's like you won the damn thing like 8,000 times. It's like different speeches.
It looks like an Oscar.
Father, right? My sister, and my brother. Yes! I'd like to thank my agent, my kids at home watching me. I love you all.
Meanwhile, their kids are
I got 30 seconds before they kick me off. But I want to talk about
the music starts coming on. And they keep talking. They don't care.
And they keep talking over the music.
Yeah.
And the music gets louder.
It gets mad louder.
And the music gets louder.
I like to give it to my father.
That's kind of music. That's what they should play.
They should play
Some 80s metal. Really, like it's an emotional speech.
Yes, man.
Like that. And all of a sudden
tears and everything. And my mother. And then he plays that.
Yeah, they're like, my mom battled cancer all these years. And I want to give thanks to what's the... And then they cut the mic off.
Yo, that's so bad. That is so
my God.
Oh my God.
No.
Everyone thanks God. I think that's like a pamphlet they give you before you walk into the auditorium.
Like a checklist.
That's a checklist. Yeah, who to thank? God, my parents, your agents,
the Academy.
Your kid, the Academy, the studios. Oh, and last but not least, your castmates. You always gotta thank your castmates.
Yeah,
because if it wasn't for you, you brought out the best in me, Clint Eastwood. Because I know you could. And I can't stop laughing. That is so freaking funny.
That would be great. Some heavy metal in there. Yeah, let's make this raw. You want to cut people off? Cut them off.
You play everything. You want to distract people and bring more like ratings to the show. You throw every type of music.
Yeah,
known to man, bro. When they give you that
maybe a hardcore hip hop song.
Oh, you throw Michael Jackson, bro. You be like, I want to thank. What the hell is going on? I like to tell this movie started off slow, but Clint Eastwood knew what I was doing. He looked into my soul and made me become the best that I was. What the?
Yo, you guys are bad, man.
The best one. This is the best one. Before we end it here. The best one would be, I like to thank my parents, right? Whoever. I like to thank my reverend for giving me the wisdom of God, and blah blah blah.
Whatever.
I'm done. That's it. It's over.
Yeah, that would be that would be the best one. Oprah's giving her speech, and he just goes,
Whatever.
Yo, that's terrible. That is so bad.
Oh my god. Oh, what your brother said he would pay to see someone play off by Iron Maiden. They play Iron Maiden. Oh my
2
god.
minutes to midnight, something.
Huh? Yeah, play 2 minutes of midnight or have the Green Goblin go.
Finish it!
Yo, Oprah's giving the speech.
Finish it! Finish it!
You lose. Good day, sir.
They should have played that with James Franco was accepting his award.
Oh, why he gave like a 10-hour speech?
No, that's his dad, right? In Green Goblin.
Oh yeah. Shut up.
You lose.
Finish it! Finish it!
Oh my god. That is insane.
Any new actor that came into the scene and they won their first Oscar or first Emmy, this is what you play them. Oh, all right.
Yo,
let's end it here.
Yeah, let's end it here.
End it here because we can have fun all day. Yeah, Ralph,
that was great.
Send us off with your before I go off.
Strange Planet NYC is here on YouTube. All you have to do is type in the link. We'll put the link below, actually. Alex, if you can be so kind as to do that. To my channel, and where you'll see my latest reviews and different things or theories. You know, I got, thank you, 8,000 views on the Carl survives the Walker bite from The Walking Dead. 8,000 views. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. That was very nice. Real quick, a little quick news. I just got this from my friend Matt. Variety is reporting that Marvel Studios has commissioned relative newcomer Jack Schaffer to write a script for the Black Widow solo film. Keep that under your hat for a while.
And if anyone knows who that guy is, he's the guy who wrote The Blacklist. He's the creator. One of the writers.
No, just writing.
Yeah, he's a writer. I'm sorry, not creator.
A writer.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm good.
You good? Pablo, you want to plug in your recording studio?
No, just
no, I don't want to plug it in.
No.
You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing.
Oh man. Yo, he's dishing all of it out today, man.
I know.
Go ahead.
LASrecordings.com. Check it out.
Wow, that is the best promo I think I heard. You know, yeah, that's very short. And
Pablo, if I may suggest, next time have one of your guitars on you and play us a lick right there, man, right on live. You know.
Yeah, you can play us Juanita. Oh, Poco Loco.
Poco Loco.
Poco Loco. Oh man.
But yes, we want to end it here. Again, like I said earlier, if you guys are interested in the hat, email me at widerangemediapodcast@gmail.com. Also, next week we're going to be dropping the 2 videos, the Clutch Baseball review, plus our Jaws 3 reactions. I'm going to be live, not live, but we did it live, and we're going to paste and cut and everything and throw it up on the video, and then I'm going to put it up and upload it. Also, please subscribe, hit the like button, send it to your mom, your uncle, your job. I don't care, whatever you do. Get those subscriptions up, people. And last but not least, Silvio will be joining us next week. Hopefully, we could get our encyclopedia into the show because he's like our human encyclopedia.
He's our Google.
He's our Google, but he's our Silvio. He's
we
not
have a
Google,
few-
he is Silvio. He's like our Suri, but live.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, yes, guys, thank you for all coming into the live chat. Again, we do this all every Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Again, all replays will be played right when we end this here. And again, guys, thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Till next time.
Later.